First thing I remember, I was running when I fell into a portal. And I woke up. I looked completely different. But before I could even wrap my mind around that, I saw a dead body.
Who killed Rumi?
But before I could find out who it was, I was being attacked. It must have been her friends, because they were really angry. I tried telling them it wasn't me, but they wouldn't listen. Luckily, this new body of mine was pretty nimble. It also allowed me to do some pretty cool moves. Even those weren't enough to save me. Take this. Take that. They kept calling me a demon, which made me even more confused. I managed to run away, but before I could get very far, the real demon started attacking me. But it turns out the girls were hot on my trail because they jumped down and saved me. I decided to lend a helping hand to prove I'm on their side. They finally believed I was innocent. And introduced themselves as Zoey and Mira. They said they were in a popular K-pop group, or at least they were before their friend was killed. They apologized for attacking me and said they thought I was part of a band called the Saja Boys. I asked if this band is who killed their friend, but they said they didn't know. That's when I decided that they needed my help. So I let them know that finding killers is kind of my specialty. They agreed to my offer, just so long as I didn't slow them down. That's when I noticed something from the corner of my eye. We were being spied on. We chased after the spy, which led us to a train station. Without hesitation, Zoey and Mira jumped onto a moving train, ran to catch up, and hoped my new legs would serve me well. To my surprise, they did! This new body is great! But there was a downside. I was a lot taller. Zoey was impressed with my agility. And I'm sure Mira was too, even though she didn't show it. The spy leapt off the train, which meant it was our stop too. Mira took the lead and managed to corner the spy. Both her and Zoey were shocked when they saw his face. His name was Genu. They asked him why he would kill Rumi. He promised them it wasn't him. Instead, he told them that the real killer was after him too. And that's why he was running. My new friends didn't seem to believe him. That quickly changed when Genu was impaled. Mira and Zoey tried to help him, but I couldn't help but notice something, that the portal where the weapon came from, it looked familiar. That's when it hit me. I knew who the killer was. It was the same portal that I fell through, and I only fell through it because I was looking for... Uh-oh. More portals were opening up all around us. And from those portals came demon Labubus. Mira handed me something and said I was going to need it. It was Rumi's sword. We started taking out the demon Labubus, but the more we killed, the more that kept coming. And pretty soon, we were overwhelmed. And with our backs against a wall, one final portal opened up. And from the portal came the one who made the demon Labubus. It started all of this in the first place. It was the one who killed Rumi and Genu too. It was Red. And despite his new look, he was still pure evil. His minions tied our hands, and he began gloating about his new interdimensional ray gun. He explained that Rumi was the first to spot it. Beat her with the element of surprise. And then he tried to frame her death on me until he realized that Genu had seen him do it. I was furious with Red, but I couldn't escape my findings. Luckily, Zoey was on the case. She cut herself free. And then Mira and me next. They continued to fight the demon Labubus. I went after Red. He tried escaping. I chased him through the portal. But I wasn't able to grab him. He opened another portal, and I chased him through that one too. But instead of returning to the dimension we were in, we popped out in a completely different one. The chase kept going through multiple different dimensions until we ended up back where we started. Well, not completely back where we started. We were fighting on top of a plane. And I couldn't help but think to myself, why do I keep ending up fighting on public transportation? That's when Red got a good punch in. Okay, maybe a couple good punches. I tried crawling away from him. Then I started sliding off the plane. Not before grabbing Red's ankle. It looked like it was going to be the end for both of us. Then he opened another portal. And I appeared in front of my friends again, who were finishing up the last of the Labubus. They asked me where Red was. But I had no idea. He must have teleported himself away somewhere. We were determined to find him. But I knew that would be difficult. If he could really travel to any dimension, he could be anywhere. Zoey and Mira were concerned that he would unleash his Labubu's on other dimensions. But I assured them that he wouldn't. Not as long as I was around. This gave me an idea. We needed to lure Red to us. And I knew just how to do it. It was time to put on a show. Even Red and his Labubus couldn't ignore. Now that we knew what to expect, Zoey, Mira, and I were unstoppable. We managed to knock out Red. Red back to our dimension. I did keep his invention, though. Because you never know when you'll need help from your cool new friends. I was with my friends in the woods, totally lost. And that's when we saw it. A deer monster. Just as I went to get a closer look, I woke up in the back of the car. It was just a horrible dream. I told my friends about my nightmare, and Angel thought it was bad luck. But Chubs said we were just being babies. I sure wish he was right. We started to set up camp, and I was the lumberjack. But things were already getting weird. A strange, thick fog rolled in. So we huddled up to the campfire. But then we saw something in the fog. Chubs was getting prepared to fight the figure. But when Angel shined her flashlight on it, we discovered it was a pelt trader. He had been searching for his lost son, who went missing in the forest 99 nights ago. He warned us of a horrible monster lurking in the woods. It looked like a mutant deer. It was just like my nightmare. So when the trader left, I told everyone we had to leave right now. But Chubs didn't want to go. He said the trader was probably just messing with us. We decided to call it a night there and had a peaceful sleep. But the next morning, Chubs was making us breakfast when he saw something in the bushes. He went to go investigate, but he didn't come back. Angel and I figured he was pulling a prank. But as the sun got lower, we got really worried. We packed some supplies, and we went searching. As we looked, we stumbled across a creepy old cabin. It seemed to be abandoned, but we did find a revolver inside. Angel remembered what the fur trader said about the monster. So we took the revolver just in case. It's a good thing she did, too, because as we continued walking, it felt like something was watching us. Wasn't the deer monster. It was a pack of wolves. I got my axe out and started fending them off. But after taking a closer look, I noticed that one of the wolves had a key on its collar. Weird. That same wolf knocked me off my feet. But luckily, Angel saved me, and the collar snapped right off. We ran away to hide, and found a secret staircase deep into the ground, which led us to a locked gate. Angel tried the key, and it worked! And we couldn't believe what we were seeing! It was the fur trader's son! He ran away as soon as we found him, so we chased after him, but we weren't alone. The strange cultists took our weapons and brought us to a clearing in the woods. They must worship the deer monster, and since we let their sacrifice escape, we would be taking his place. They started a big fire and began preparing us for the deer monster. But I wasn't going down without a fight. So I fought off the monster lovers. Bumpy special coming right up. Take that and that. I cut the ropes around Angel and got ourselves some upgraded weapons. Oh yeah! Then we ran to save our friend. We knew what we were looking for now. We needed to find an animal with a key. And that's when we saw it. An alpha bear! This wasn't going to be an easy fight, but it was the only way to get to Chubs. So I ran at the bear with my axe. He swatted me away with ease. I'd be lying if I said that didn't hurt. It did. Getting eaten would hurt a lot more. Angel loaded her new weapon and fired at the bear. But its hide was like armor, and it charged at her next. She just lined up her next shot, but when she pulled the trigger, she realized she was out of ammo. The weapon was still useful, and this gave me just enough time to jump on its back and swing down with my axe. Run! The alpha bear was knocked out, so we grabbed the key and found the hidden gate. But the door was already open. And Chubs was nowhere to be found. That's when we heard him calling for help. We followed the sound of his voice and saw that he was about to be sacrificed. Typical Chubs. With no more weapons, we had to improvise. Angel called out from the woods. And when the deer monster turned to look at her, she shined a flashlight right at its face. It was working! The deer monster tried attacking me too, but it stumbled from its blurry vision and fell into the fire. We saved Chubs and sped back home. We became legends to the cultists that day because we were the ones who killed the deer monster.